First off, I want to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rekakadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rekakadash. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who you people ignorantly call God, right? His name was broken down to Moses in the burning bush, right? Yahweh, he is, he to be, right? Yahweh Shah is the true name of the only begotten Son, who you people ignorantly call Jesus, right? His true name was broken down to Paul on the road to Damascus, right? And it says in the scriptures in the Hebrew tongue, right? So his name is a Hebrew name, right? Yahweh Shah, Hamashiach, right? Hamashiach means anointed, right? I want to give a double honor to the elder and apostles of Great Millstone, right? Who I learned this truth from. Shalom, shalom, much respect, man. I also want to give a shalom to the sincere believers in the true doctrine of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the hopeful elect. Shalom. And in this video, I want to talk about the chariots of the Lord, right? The pillar of clouds, right? The pillar of cloud, right? That watches over the children of Israel, right? That watches over everything really on the earth, right? Because those are the chariots of the Lord. Those are the vehicles of the angels, right? And they are what you call, or what people nowadays call, so-called UFOs, right? Right? And UFO stands for unidentified flying object, but they are identified, right? They are the chariots of the Lord, man, right? And we're going to get scriptures on them, man, right? Proof, right, that this is in the scriptures, right? That the elders and apostles are not just making these things up, right? But it's the truth. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 13, verse 21. And the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, to go by day and night. And he took not away the pillar of the cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night from before the people, right? And this is an account of our ancestors when they left Egypt, right? The so-called UFOs, right, which are the chariots of the Lord, right, aided our ancestors, right, in their journey, man, right? They aided them in the journey, man, to the promised land, right? They watched over the children of Israel, right? They even protected the children of Israel, right? Because Israel, as the Lord said, that Israel is a chosen people, a holy people, a peculiar people unto himself, right? The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai deeply cares for the children of Israel, right? And you have some of our people who would say, look at the state of our people. How does he love us so much? And all of this is happening, right? The Lord himself in the scripture said, if you love the child, spare not the rod, right? And this is why we are going through these certain things, right? Because right now we're going through trials, tribulations, oppression, right? Sorrow, right? To learn, right? To appreciate our blessings that we are to inherit, right? The Lord is going to give Israel the world, right? So right now he's making us learn and earn it, right? So we appreciate it when we get it, right? And I know it's easy to say, but right, we're living these things, man, and it's hard, right? It's even hard for me. So, you know, Israel, we all in this test, this trial, this temptation together, right? And the going's only going to get rougher, right? As we head into Jacob's trouble. But reading these accounts of the pillar of a cloud, right? So-called UFOs, knowing that those are our brothers in there, the angels, right? Knowing that those what these people call UFOs, right? They aid the children of Israel, right? You might have Michael the archangel up there, right? Gabriel, our brothers, right? That is connected to us, man. Knowing that, knowing the history, how those vehicles, right, aided us in our journey through the wilderness, right, is beautiful, right, and it gives hope and faith for the times to come of Jacob's trouble, right. It gives us faith that, right, they're gonna do the same in this time, and another precept to back up that is Exodus 14 and 19, right? Right, an account of these chariots, right, defending us, man. They're gonna defend the hopeful elect, right? The elect, whoever those men or women and children may be of the nation of Israel, of you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, right, and their offspring based on the father's lineage, right? Whoever is the elect of our nation, man, these chariots, right, are going to defend us, man. These chariots are going to the things. Well, these chariots are going to beam us up from the destruction from World War III, the nuclear destruction, man, the lake of fire, right? Yahushua and the holy angels, man, are going to come in chariots. Yahushua is going to come in the father chariot, right? And they're going to come beam us up, man. Right? The elect of the nation of Israel. Right? These chariots are going to defend on the behalf of the children of Israel. Right? And this is beautiful. We're going to get an account of that happening and to for our ancestors as well. This is Exodus 14 and 19. And the angel of God, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them, and the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them, and it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel, and it was a cloud and darkness to them, but it gave light by night to these, so that the one came not near the other all the night. Right? And the chariot right, the chariot was an aid to the children of Israel, and it hindered the Egyptians, right? So right, these are our brothers in those vehicles, man. Right, the angels, man. Right, and it's beautiful, man. Right, it's all throughout the scriptures. It's all throughout the scriptures. Right, these are the so-called UFOs, man. Right, they've been. This is a part of our history that is not taught to us, right? This is our heritage right here. It's a beautiful heritage, man, right? You know, it's a strange heritage. We're a peculiar people, man, and this is why they don't want us knowing these things, right? Truth is way stranger than fiction, man. Right, we are the children of Israel, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man. Right, and what these people call so-called UFOs, they're trying to tell us that big-headed green people are in those chariots. It's a lie, man. Right, it's angels, man. So-called black men. Right, angels, man. Archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, man. All the brothers, man. All the angels, man. Right, and they're gonna. In the times to come, right, as it says in Daniel 12, right, they're going to come and aid the children of Israel, man. This is the book of Exodus, and I'm going to start at, this is the book of Exodus 40, verse 34. Then a cloud covered the tent of the congregation, and the glory of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua filled the tabernacle. And Moses was not able to enter into the tent of the congregation, because the cloud abode thereon. Chariot, man. And the glory of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua filled the tabernacle. And when the cloud was taken up from over the tabernacle, the children of Israel went onward in all their journeys. But if the cloud were not taken up, then they journeyed not till the day that it was taken up. Right? And the right, man. They were right there, man, aiding the children of Israel, man. They were aiding the children of Israel, man. And this is when you go back to the Negro spirituals, man, right? As it says in Psalms 137, by the river, right? They sung in wealth, right? Speaking of the children of Israel, our King David was prophesying about when we went into captivity, right? That's where you get Negro spirituals from, man, right? And the Negro spirituals, right? You got the song called "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, coming for to carry me home, swing low." Yeah, man, that's where you get that from, man. The sweet chariot was our forefathers and foremothers singing about the chariots of the Lord, the so-called UFOs, man. They were singing, right? They were singing, man, because our our ancestors at first, when they got here, man, they still knew who they were, somewhat, right? They still knew, right? But it was beaten out of us, man, through the years. All right, and it's proof, man. It's proof, man. We are the Israelites. You so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. Back in Exodus 40:38, for the cloud of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua was upon the tabernacle by day, and fire was on it by night, and in the sight of all the house of Israel throughout all their journeys, right? And they were always there watching us, man, watching over us, right? And they're still doing it to this day, man, right? Till this day, man, right? Those are our brothers in there, man, and they're gonna aid us soon to come, Lord willing. Lord willing, I be found worthy, man, of salvation, man, right? Because I'm ready to go home, man. I'm tired of being here in Babylon. It ain't no good for me, man. Ain't nothing good here for us, right? What did the Lord say? Depart, for this is not your rest. It will destroy you with I don't want to butcher the scripture. It will destroy you with a sword of destruction, right? And this shit, man. Babylon, America, Babylon the Great is for the birds, man. Tired of being here. I ain't gonna lie. This is Acts chapter 1, verse 9, right? This is an account, right, of Yahushua when he was, you know what? I'm not gonna get that yet. I'm gonna go to, I'm gonna get Zechariah chapter 5 first. Right? More on that cloud, right? That flying roll, right? It's more proof that that's the so-called UFOs. This is Zechariah 5, verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For every one that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it. And who stole? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Right? He stole America. Right? From the tribe of Gad. Right? The northern kingdom. Right? Ephraim Issachar, right? Where he where he stole our heritage, right? You have gutter rats in the land of Israel today, right? As it says in the scriptures, the bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, right? You got the Ish people posing as us, right? What they stole us, the children of Israel, right? They brought us over here on cargo slave ships, right? Right? They're just thieves, man. They stole our heritage. They stole our scriptures, man. Right? They stole our possessions. They stole everything, man. They're the thief, man. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. And what does Esau do when he elects a Caesar, a president? What do? They swear on the Bible with the Apocrypha in it, right? And that man goes on doing wickedness, swears on the Bible, then he makes it lawful to for gays to marry, right? Contradicting himself, man, right? It's wickedness. Verse 4, I will bring it forth, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. Yeah, America Babylon the Great says one nation under God, man, and everything that it pushes here is opposing the word of the Lord. And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. Right, and this is what's gonna happen, man. Right, when Yahushua returns, he says he's not coming back to bring peace but a sword. Right, he's coming back to destroy. Right, to fuck Esau, eat him up. America Babylon the Great is gonna be burnt down. Right, and it's the truth, man. Right, the chariots are gonna be zapping shit. Right, World War III, the nuclear missiles is gonna drop on America Babylon the Great. Right, it's gonna be dropping all over the world. It's gonna be chaos, man. It's gonna be fire, lake of fire, man. So now back in Acts chapter 1, verse 9, right? We're gonna get the account of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, right, being taken up, right? And it says he was taken up in a cloud. He was taken up in a so-called UFO, in the chariot of the Lord, right? And we're gonna read what it says, man, right? And remember what we read about the cloud, the pillar of cloud, in Exodus, man. So this is these UFOs. This is part of our heritage, man. These so-called UFOs, right? The chariots of the Lord, right? This is part of our heritage, man. Acts 1:9. And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, 2 men stood by them in white apparel, which also said, Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahushua, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. Right? So they seen Yahushua be taken up in a chariot, right? The so-called UFO, right? And they were looking up, and 2 angels came, right, and told them, man, just as you see him go up in a chariot, he's gonna come back down that same way, man. Right? When Yahushua comes back, he's gonna come back in the big father chariot. He's gonna come back in the father chariot, man. Right? Right? More proof. These so-called UFOs, man, are the chariots of the Lord, man. In every movie, what do you see when they come, man? Right? They're coming to abduct people and zap shit. And that's the truth. They're coming to abduct the elect of the nation of Israel and fuck up the rest and enslave everybody else, man. These heathens, man, and cut off 2/3 of the nation of Israel, which are wicked and rebellious, right? But you heathen, right? Majority of you are going into captivity under the children of Israel, right? And under Yahweh Shah, right? This is Isaiah 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua shall be many. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. For I know their works and their thoughts. It shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. Right? See? So as it said in Acts 1, just how they seen him go up, he's gonna come back down, right? And in Zechariah 5, it says that flying roll, right, the chariot, right, that's gonna be the curse on the thief, right, and on the wicked, man, right. It's gonna consume them, man, right. And as it said in Isaiah 66, it says that the Lord is gonna come back in the chariots like a whirlwind, right, to render his anger, man, with fire. Right, with the flames of fire, man. Right, so that's more proof, man. It's more proof, man. Right, and let's get Matthew, a precept on that. Matthew 24. This is Matthew 24. Verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And that Father chariot, man. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Right? Right? And that's what's gonna happen, man. These chariots, man. Right? It's coming to aid the Israel, right? And it's gonna hinder the Egyptians, man. Right? And Esau, Edom, the devil that the Bible speaks of, the so-called white man, and the so-called white man, he's the modern day Egyptian, man. Right? And they're also gonna hinder these other heathen round about us, man. Right? It's gonna fuck them up, man. Right? But it's gonna aid the elect. Right? Right? Bear with me, Israel. I think I'm looking for one more precept to end it off. Right. Yeah, here it is. This is Isaiah 26, verse 20, right? Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast. Right? For behold, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. Right? And the chambers that the Lord's people, right, the elect of Israel, is those the pillar of clouds, right? That chariot, the flying roll, man, the so-called UFO, man, right? When it beams us up, when it abducts us, right? We're gonna be simultaneously taken up when those nuclear missiles land on America, Babylon the Great, and all over the world, right? So, right, the chariots are going to aid the elect of the nation of Israel, right? And the chariots are in the scriptures, the so-called UFOs, man, right? The elders and apostles are not just making this up, man. It's a part of our heritage, man, right? And I hope this was edifying, and I want to say shalom.